Hey girls, I want to do a short video on how to recognize and understand what a coach is trying to tell you during a game. I was walking along the bench in the last game there and I got some great questions from some of the girls and I also got some funny looks. So I just want to let you know, kind of speaking for myself, what I mean when I say what I say. Okay, the best thing that you can hear during a game is just after you've made a great play. You skate back to the bench, coach has got a big smile on his face, he might be clapping. All the coaches are probably excited. They tell you made a great play, enjoy that, that's just for you. The proper way to respond to that is smile and say thank you. The next best thing you can hear when you get back to the bench is the coach saying, hey, nice shot, or way to crash the net, or nice back check. And the proper thing to do is to enjoy that, smile, and say thank you. But the coach might be saying that to you specifically, but he's probably also telling the rest of the team that you made a good play and that everybody else should be taking care to make that same kind of play. So enjoy it when it's said to you, but also listen carefully if the coach says it to someone else, because he might be talking to you and giving you a little bit of encouragement in a positive manner. Sometimes you get back to the bench and the coach won't say anything at all. That's not a bad thing. That just means your line played well. You didn't do anything spectacular, but you didn't do anything wrong, and the coach doesn't need to send any messages to anybody else. So enjoy that too. Get ready for your next shift. Now here's the last thing a coach might tell you when you come back to the bench. When you come back for your shift and you sit down and the coach leans down and looks over your shoulder and reminds you of something out on the ice, whether it's to skate back hard or to stay in your position, that's not really a reminder. When the coach has to do that, that means he's seen for a shift or a couple of shifts you haven't been doing your job. So really what he's trying to do is privately tell you to pick up the pace a little bit or pay better attention without marking you out or doing it in front of everybody else. So that's a really good time to listen to what the coach is saying and ask questions if you don't understand exactly what he or she means. Now sometimes I'm going to lean down and ask certain players for a little bit extra. You could be a good player having a good game, but there are times when the team needs you to be a great player. I'm going to ask you because I know you have it in you and the team needs it at that point in time. Now I asked in the last game a couple people to pick it up a little bit and put the team on their back, and they did, and they had great games, and I was very, very proud of them. So if I do lean down or any coach leans down and asks you for a little bit extra, do your best. Just push yourself a little bit and see how far you can go. Also remember, if the coach pulls you in and tries to outline a play or give you some last minute instructions, please give them your attention even if you're not the one going on the ice next. Your shift could come up a lot faster than you expect, and then you'd be out there not knowing what you're supposed to be doing. There's nothing wrong with asking questions during a game either. You may not get a complete answer during a game. There might not be enough time, but a good coach is going to remember what you asked and deal with it after the game or at next practice. Lastly, try to remember that coaches are people too. During the game, we get excited. We may say things that come out the wrong way or in the wrong tone of voice, especially when we're talking to our own kids. That may hurt your feelings, but we don't intend for that to happen at all. If something like that happens and we don't notice right away and fix it, either bring it up after the game or talk to your mom and dad, because speaking for myself, if I do something like that, I'd like to know so I can fix it and maybe not do it again in the future. Remember, listening to coaches also means talking to coaches. If you're not sure, can't remember, ask the question, and if you do get it, just say okay or I got it, just so we know you're listening.